おすぽっちんです。アウターワールド、続きやっていきたいと思います。さあ、次はね、何をすると言いますと、メインクエストでね、都市と星。クラーク大臣がビザンチウム中のジメチルスルキシドを買い占めていることを知ったフィニアスが街に出向いて盗んできてもらいたがっている簡単なことだ。ということでね、これを、メインに、あとね、同じところでビザンチウムでね、誰だっけエヴァ・チャートランドを見つけて殺すっていうのもあって、さらに、エリーのね、両親に会うというのもあるらしいので、とりあえずね、ビザンチウムへ行きたいと思います。よいしょ。よし、さあ行きましょうか。どこだっけ違う。こっちだ。さあ行きましょう。よし。もう使った。待って違う、大丈夫ね。よし。よし。さて。移動します。はい、さあ。
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
いいってもう毎度のこと。気にしない。さあ。ビザンチウムはどこかどこビザンチウム。ここテラ2なんだ。ここね。ビザンチウム。はい。
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
楽園発見。
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
どういうことまあいいか。
Remember that you are not insured.
はい、行くよ。とりあえずエリー連れてけばいいだけのような気がするんだよね。とりあえずこれで行きましょう。はい。着きましたよ。これ、こんな、降りたこの危なくねこれ。熱すぎると思うんだけど。とりあえず端末使ってみるか。そうなんだ。はい。行こうか。そんじゃ。ここ。降りるとこ。こいつか。カルメン今川。話す。
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
そう。フィーニアスに頼まれた。
Shh. No names, okay?
Okay.
The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
やるしかない。情報があるんだろ。
Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
もっと守りの弱い場所で大臣を捕まえる方法があるはず。
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
大臣の敷地に入らせてくれない？
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
わかった。じゃあ何を教えてくれるんだ？
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
手がかりありがとう。
Just remember, you didn't hear it from me.
それにしてもお前はどうしてこんなことに足を突っ込んでいるんだ？
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh, seems almost impossible.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
奴らが死んでいたら何か悪いことが起きている印だ。
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
例えば
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
But most people don't. In fact, most people stay exactly where they start. Doesn't that seem strange to you?
確かに。
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course.
そういうもんだと思うけど
Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place.
それで
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it.
でしょうね。
But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you?
まあ確かに思うけどな。思う。うん。
The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
なるほどな。どうやら今はやるべきことがあるようだ。じゃあな。さあどうしようかな。まあもちろんこういうのは、よし。こういうのは開けられない。もらえるんかーい。もらえるんかい。なんかあるかな他に。お、なんかこっちの裏にもなんか道がそのままあるぞ。行ってみよう。おい、みんな行ってみようぜ。なんにもないんかーい。なんにもないんかーい。作業台。ん？あ、これ取れないんだ。不思議。これ OK なの？なんだその、いいものとダメなものの違いっていうのは何なんだ一体。不思議だな。まあちょっと探索しましょう。何でもいろんなもの拾いたい勝負なのでね。くまなく探して、何でも拾って帰る。こっちは何もないでしょ。さっきなかったんだから。あるんかーい。よいしょ。なんだこれ。ロボット。ふん。ロボット。開けていいんだな。あっ！ルナー。 1個切れるから大丈夫かと思ったらもう1個赤くなってたぞ、あれ。あ、違うのいるからかそばに。どうなんだろうわかんね
え。You got nimble fingers, Captain.
え。私はピッキングの王者なんでね。これだって、いや、やっぱり取れないものは取れなくなってるな。どういうこと？意味わかんねえ。いないもんね、そばにね。謎。まあ、いいか。おう。こんなところに。ああ。
Are you still tinkering with that?
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
This was a repair drone.
そうなんだ。ああ。ああ。この辺取れないね。こんなもんかなだいたい。よし。んで、どこへ行けばよろしいのかな。警備員と話すか。まず警備員と話そうか。じゃあ。よし。こっちやな。行くぜ。警備員と話す。どれだこれか。でもちょっと探索したいんだよね。また。壁が壊れてますよ。あ、これいける。こっちは退職者。
The law's really looking out for me.
退職者、退職
It
者。
feels like I've been waiting in line forever.
こんなんもいけない。何これみんな退職者なの？
Move along.
あ、みんな退職者だ。どういうこと？みんな職を探してるってことね。職探し中。まあ取れないよね。拾えたわ、トスボール。
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
そうなんだ。よし、特にないな、なんもな。じゃあな、はははーい。じゃあ上に行きましょう。こっちか、入り口出口。陽気な曲が流れてるな。よし、着いたぞ。おお、なかなか良さげな街じゃないですか。拾っていいんかい。
Nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun? Maybe see a marauder ship get blown to bits overhead?
By the law, look at those arms. How'd you like to show those off for millions?
マーベリック・ジョンストン。
Kid, you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
面白そうな話だね。
Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
フリーランスでやってるよ。
Fresh natural talent. I know it when I see it. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
何の誘いかだけ教えてくれ。
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Not so fast. First, we gotta talk about royalties.
Let's just see where this audition goes, huh? So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
参加するよ。
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
OK お後で行くぜ面白すぎんなあでも
According to local legend, if you walk around the orrery 3 times, your corporate rival will die of a paper cut.
You think I'd get arrested if I climbed up on that to get a look at the gearings?
Nah, probably just shot.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery. I can't believe it.
And then
4サイズこれか
their space shuttle down with a hammersmith grenade launcher.
どっちこっちどこ場所はどこ36そこあそれかいや意外と広いぜ酩酊ハウスこれおおチェスー何これあはんあはんこれか話す
Hey, stand back, you. I'm part of Minister Clark's personal detail, and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times. Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all.
クラブ大臣の警備のどこがそんなに重要なんだ
He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone.
それはおめでとう
Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from on-the-job bathroom breaks.
昇進のお祝いに一杯ご馳走するよ
That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
Sure have, because today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
クラブ大臣について何か教えてもらえるか
Oh, he's medium height with like medium colored hair and like a kind of a medium face. Just like in his posters.
大臣に会ったことないだろ
Everyone tells me he's very private, okay? Besides, I just started.
スペクトラムウォッカの香りを差し出す昇進を祝ってご馳走するよ
Here's to me. Hey, you are really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends. Wow, listen to me. I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
おかわりだ
It's not every day you get your dream job, right? Wow, you got like this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a manosaur. You got a manosaur energy. Oh, Laws, I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you.
うん。おかわりだ。
I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
Guess I can't argue with that. Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like purple berry crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick. I just need to sit down.
よし。よし。いただきマンボ。よし。さてと、ことは。
You have a rather exotic presence.
あ、そっか。あれこっちとこっちに入り口があるってことか。なるほど、なるほど、なるほど。よし、行くか。さて。そっちね、大臣。
After a deep and thorough examination of archives, revenue streams, and predictive models, we are publishing our yearly success report.
ここに人がいるけど。
く
るっと回れんのかな？こっちから。こんなゴミ箱置いてあったっていうのさ、拾えないんじゃ何にも。
Does it me, or could each of these homes fit all of Edgewater inside? Cannery and all.
確かに。
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
クラグ大臣に用がある。
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS.
大臣は宅配があると言ってなかったか？待て。大臣は宅配があると言ってなかったか？
Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
さらばだ。宅配か。なんで？小包回収するかじゃあ。仕方ねえな。
Oh, there. That's one right there.
下か。違う。ん？自動販売機。
What's gone into Bachmeier?
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this city work anymore?
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm
なんか怪
supposed
し
to be
い。
here. Oh, what are you doing here?
お前ここで何をしてるんだ？
Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something? Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
何があったのか知らないけど、力になれると思うぞ。
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
落ち着いて、何があったのか教えてくれ。
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
代わりに探してやるよ。
Really? In that case, take this collection crate. 6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please, do take care, and do mime the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
ビザンチウムの地下にあるメンテナンストンネルは何のために作られたんだ？
Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes. That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
なぜ自分でトンネルに行かないんだ？
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors.
噂？どんな？
Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
なぜトンネルの中に駆除ロボットがいるんだ？
To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance.
どうしてそんなにスプラットに対して愛着があるんだろうか？
Therefore my, research.
いい加減白状しな。
Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons, before the plotlines got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes.
いいからそれがスプラットと何の関係があるのか教えてくれ。
Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back.
なるほど。それでお前のスプラットだけど名前なんかはあるのかい？
Not just names. They all have backstories, too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez, and Evelyn Ensley Okoye.
レオナルド、いや、めんどくさいことしないこれ、あの話。レオナルド卿やフィリッパ夫人って誰？
Ah, she's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated, and a fearless captain of industry. He's a mercurial shareholder. They're in a rather tumultuous marriage contract.
バンダにはどんな話か？
She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does she? It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald and Lady Philippa.
ハルン・グリーンリーとイスカンデル・エマニュエル・サンチョスが気になるな。
So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory is still a work in progress. Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. He's trying to seduce Vonda.
なんか複雑。エブリン・エンスレー・オコエって誰？
She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. A wise woman with a sharp tongue and a heart of gold.
何言ってんだ。詳しく聞く必要はないよ。
Something else?
手伝うことに衰えてるように見えたか？
I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free.
まあな。
But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
わかった。じゃあとりあえずいいよ。じゃあな。さ、荷物はこっちか。宅配便へ移動します。よし。さあ、HPS だって。なんかいっぱい部屋あるんだけど。
Hola.
なんか待ってる人いるこれ。
Carry on.
邪魔したな。特に何もないっぽいね。よし。
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
？Burning the midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy.
ここでは何をしているの？
Halcyon Parcel Service is the most dependable parcel delivery service in the colony. You might even say we're part and parcel of Halcyon's commercial enterprise. That's just a little parcel joke.
荷物を届けてほしいときはここに来ればいいの？
Nope, just parcels. We don't deal in packages.
どう違うの？
It's very technical. Halcyon Parcel Service strictly adheres to the standards and definitions of packaging as outlined by the Executive Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. We can ship all the parcels you want. But if I start shipping packages, I could get into some real trouble. Handcuffs and hard labor trouble.
クラーク宛ての小包ある？クラーク大臣の。
We do, in fact, have a parcel here for a Mr. Clark, Minister.
大臣の小包受け取りに来た。
You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service team. That means you'll have to sign a release form.
どうしたらいい？
Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form, and then wait for a receipt for my request of a release form. Then you'd have to make an appointment.
所要時間は大体どれくらいかかる？
Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years, but I could give my successor a memo on your behalf.
どれくらいかかるんじゃそりゃ。そんな暇はないんだ。
You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. Actually, no. We're still waiting on our delivery of a new suggestion box.
説得。大臣はここビザンチウムにいるんだ。代わりに配達しとくから自分の手柄にするといい。
You do that? Wow. Hey, you know, a positive review from the minister would go a long way in my semi-monthly employment audit. Here's your parcel to be delivered to Mr. Clark, Minister. Law speed.
ありがとう。じゃあな。騙されよって。よし、行くぞ。お前たち。あ、お前、邪魔するの寝ろ。よし、行くぞ。はい。よっしゃー。あ、まだいたのあったね。こっちはどこ行くんだろうね、これね。まあ、いいか。大臣はあっちだね。これ、結構、広いんでね。広いんでね。
Nice thing about traveling with the captain. We meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain.
どっち？
Kind of hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
まあ。何かしらいいこともあるんじゃない？
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
Today's trends are tomorrow.
Today's trends are tomorrow's
誰だ？
trash.
こいつか？
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him?
こういうふうに拾えるものもあったりするんだね。よし。君も何かありそうだね。話聞くよ。
How splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium. Why, just this morning I thought to myself, As lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
器用度。優雅にって付け加えて。
Admittedly. Now if only you could gracefully take a shower, preferably in whatever hovel you came from. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting so many of your ilk into the city proper? It's madness.
ビザンチームに来る人が増えることに何か問題でも？
What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of our society. Merit, decorum, personal hygiene. This city is meant for us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
早期退職って？
The worst thing to happen to Halcyon. A contest that gives even the lowliest to most inefficient workers a chance to live in Byzantium. By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an exclusive district of Byzantium to themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
ランダムな抽選はかなり公平に思えるが？
Only if I win it. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
She's got a point. We're probably gonna get shot at anyway. Might as well make a few bits.
Yes. Listen to your... What is that person's job exactly? Are they your secretary? Personal masseuse? Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement, and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. Aren't you?
そっか。任せてくれ。
Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs.
どうやってパスコードを入手したんだ？
The same way anyone gets anything here, of course. I made friends with the right people. Bits might earn you a place in Byzantium, but that means everyone here has little need for more of them. For favors like this, you need to spend... let's call it social capital. Now, do we have any further business, or are you just here for the repartee?
評議会が町に人を入れないようにしていたらあんたはじゃあどうしてここにいる？
I earned my place here, just like everyone else. My grandfather was the CIO at Tile, you see.
CIO って？
Chief Idea Officer. He came up with all the best ideas for their products. You know the font they use for Stogie Slims? That was him. Well, he described the idea of it to their font development team, then picked it from a list of choices, but that's basically the same thing. It was a very long list.
おじいさんは他にはどんな考案を？
Let's see. He picked the colors they included in rainbow chips. No one else wanted purple, but he insisted. Everyone loves the purple ones. And you know how the Cosmic Smokes logo has an eye in the middle of a heptagon? He said that one came to him in a dream. He was a true visionary, so far ahead of his time.
でもあんたは何をしたの？
I just told you. My grandfather made millions of bits as CIO, and I earned them from him.
相続は和樹とは違う。
Of course it is. Wealth is the most visible, objective measure of success. And success isn't given to you, it's earned. My grandfather taught me that. If you have wealth, you're successful. And if you're successful, you must have earned it. Honestly, it's a simple concept.
なるほど。ありがとう。
You're welcome.
もう行かないと。まあいいわ。多少の金になるなら手伝ってやるぜ。よし。なんだこれ落ちてるやつ拾っていいのか？いいのかよくわかんねえけど。よし。Hey.
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
大臣にお届け物です。
Yeah? Let's see it.
ここに小包が。
Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
はい、どうもご苦労様です。はい、どうも失礼いたします。はい、侵入しましたよ。さあ。いろいろ嗅ぎ回ってもいいのかしら？
So what if all those MSI suits made it on Monarch the same time? I could do it. Easy.
まあ、拾えないしな、なんもな。どうせな。いろいろ見て回ったところで。ね。ねえ。なんもできないしな。おお、びっくりした。まあ、いろいろ探るのはいいことだろうと思うけど。
A UDL security attendant is always prepared.
あ、外なんだ。これなんだろうね、これね。ああ、バーみたいになってるんだ。へえ。すげえじゃん。いいとこに住んでんじゃん。なんだこの人。
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
興奮するようなこと起きないかもしれないけどさ、何かしら面白いこともあるんじゃないの？あ、そっか。これさっきの続きか。で、こっちはおー、トイレ。隠れちゃったらどうなんだろうね。みんな入ってきなよ。見えなかったら怒られないんちゃうん？ちょっと試しに。
Oh, you got that?
よし。OK。よし、OK だ。気にしない、気にしない。何も見てない、誰も見てない。誰も見てない。よいしょ。ここ回ってきたやつだな。そしたらあと上に行けばいいんだな。おっとなんだこの、途中の会話。途中の会話。取れるんかい、これ。なんもないんかい。そっちだな。なんもわかんない。怒られる？言ったら。大丈夫だね。あ、来たな。しょうがない。これはあとはもう全然。 おお。お前ら入ってきて閉めろ。いや、来るなら早く来い。まったく。まあ私は盗みを働くの。よし、オッケー。見てなきゃいいんだよ、見てなきゃ。誰も見てなきゃいいんだよ。
How did you get in here?
お、この人はクラブなんだ。よいしょ。話す。
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Oh, my law. Captain, that's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow.
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh? Small room for a big shot.
If this is about another aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
Hmm. 何の話だ?
Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself.
落ち着いてくれ。いくつか質問があってきたんだ。
Then you're not part of Rockwell's PR team. That means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in?
はあ、質問をしてるのはこっちの方だ。
Then what are you... Oh.
ジメチルスルホキシドはどこだ?
Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that be all, then?
Hmm. あんたがジメチルスルホキシドを買い占めているという記録文書を持っている。
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
つまりロックウェル議長があんたをここに閉じ込めていたということか?
You are a quick study, indeed. I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
You've been all alone in this house? Would you like me to make you tea?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it.
それを信じろと?
After seeing this place, is it really a stretch? I've been confined to this house for years, and even I can tell you, things aren't right in Halcyon. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business. and it rarely pays.
まあな。
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
どうやって行くのか教えてくれ。
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
アクロポリスエリアの中に入った後どうする？
When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
よく今までアクセスカードを持ち続けていられたな。
The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
なるほど。その場所ってもしかして。
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles.
じゃあ、協力ありがとう。
Wait. Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
カートリッジの中身は？
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something our own selves?
It's worth a try, but the Earth Directorate still needs that message. We must hope for their intervention.
なるほど。送信にどれぐらいかかる？
Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat.
成功するならやる価値はあるだろう。
Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
なるほど。まあまあまあ、やるか。それじゃあな。どうも、どうもです。どうも。今日は、違うさすがにちょっと本人がいるんでね、ここから物は持っていけない。けども、まあまあまあまあ。よし。さあ、じゃあどうしましょうか。どうしようかな、タスク。これはタスクだね。スプラットですね。スプラット救うだけど、結局そう、よし、じゃあとりあえずエリーの両親に会ってくるか。ね。よし。さあ、エリーの両親に会いに行きますよ。せっかくだからね。じゃあこれやって、今回はね、終了しようかな。エリーの両親どこにいるのかね。あれ？道あっちだった。よし。さあ、行くぜ。はい、さあ。どこ、びっくりー。あっちだね。エリーの両親。意外と近いところにいたんじゃない？
That's one right there. you just see the stench of impropriety?
お前かよ、もう話したやんけ。話したぞ、お前とは。
There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning solvent in desperation.
まあまあまあまあ、行こう。行くよ。行くよ。フェンキルテー。エリン・ルーシン。あと全然入る。全然入れ、全然入れないじゃん、どこも。あと。ここだけ行く、そこ行くだけ開ける。
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this. And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble.
いや、言われた通りやってもいいんだけどさ。はじめまして。お招きいただいてありがとう。
I don't know what to say. He's usually not like this. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right?
窃盗、破壊、罵倒、思いつく悪行全部少なくとも2回はやっているぞ。
Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
指図されなくても出て行きたいときに俺たちは出ていくさ。
You tell him. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors.
これは
It's the floors. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand. We hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
がっかりしたように言うなよ。
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
お前たちは何を謝ろうとしているんだ
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather, substantial.
You what?
なるほど。静かに話を聞く。
Well, now that I'm here, I guess you'll just have to report back that I'm very much alive and kicking.
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
静かな話を聞く。
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we?
なぜ
The neighbors would talk, and not in a good way.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
うん。どうしたらいいかな。もうちょっと聞こうかな。静かに話を聞く。
Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
お前たちは人間のクズだな。
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
ちょっとエリー、お前それでいいのか？
Damn right, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
Let's talk outside.
OK、わかった。
A word, Captain?
どっち？あ、いたいたいた。OK、話すよ。
Can you? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
ちょっと待って。戻ろうぞ。あの二人信じられる？ああ、そういうことね。うん、よかったよかった。大騒ぎだったよな。
But not like I wanted. I had it all planned out. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
So then, next?
I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the leather's fake but the scars are real, or oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
ツケを返してもらうわ。もちろん、利子もつけてね。はどう？
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up, because this would be just like me, to come back and make a big scene. Then, Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red, and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob.
本当に傷ついたんだな。
I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain.
これでよかったんだよ、本当に。
I'd love to know how you'd describe getting kneecapped. Uh-oh, it looks like we're in for a big talk.
この件は 教訓だ。何を学ぶかはお前次第。
Can I just have a drink and punch some poor defenseless pillow instead? Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful life lessons. I'm mad, and I want to do something about it. Something like... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
話を続けろ。
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off.
それでどうすればいい?
My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves.
ちょっと聞きたいんだが。
Something on your mind?
なんでもない行こう。まあまあ、それで気が済むなら全然いいぞ。うん。ということで、今回はね、ここまでにしたいと思います。次回また続きやっていこうと思いますので、よかったら見てください。んじゃ、まったねー。